what they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit, I ain't listening. Is in fact the if revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jackie. So I war, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow side, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Back roll.
Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes, there's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers, my hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. There's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Waiting on this war been my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Living in this war been my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Dasani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark be at your ball like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. The king, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know lie. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know lie. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life.
Kill the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died, y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun die or die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth, I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947, your menorah got 9 sticks, it's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. UPK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we.
We vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, your leaked ass, lil' fame, I won't war, got the same, 4 wrong. 4 wrong, DP. 4 wrong. I try to tell these motherfuckers time and time, nigga. 4 wrong. Pussy ass, purple ass niggas, man. 4 wrong. Make your born ass right. Niggas better get their weight up, you little body bitch. Worry about a damn pay cut, you little body bitch. I ain't worried about none of these niggas, little body bitch. You damn scared rag, coward ass little body bitch. Had to fuck around, get my rank up, you little body bitch. bitch, and I'm smooth with it, y'all a zop, you little body bitch, and I switch nigga on that top, you little body bitch, and I'ma stay turning like the cars, you little body bitch, and I'm so cold like a bond, you little body bitch, and I'm a war like that bar, you little body bitch, and my aim like that a zop, you little body bitch, need a princess part bar, you little body bitch, or anyone down the slide, you little body bitch, yeah. I keep a couple straps in my ride, you little body bitch, just in case anyone wanna die, cause I'm body bitch. I got it, be right, you mad, get stained, work hard, get play, bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, we purple, we gay, we jazz, lil' fame, I want more, not same,
Hey, Shalom Israel. Hold on, wait, we'll just take this. Hey, Shalom Israel. This is the Wednesday night history class. Also, check out Commanding General Yohanna's radio show, which is 2 a.m. UK time. I want to say it is on Monday and Wednesday. We have classes here Monday through Friday, live in the physical school, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 p.m. till 9. We have them online Tuesday and Friday. We also have the radio show on the ends on Friday, 9 p.m. until. Have Sabbath service on Saturdays, and if the weather permits, camp. So today we're going to go into Germany and its policies on interracial marriage and all of those kind of things. Also, any questions, just type your questions in the chat and we'll get to them. Whether on topic, off topic, whatever you want to ask, just put it in the chat and we'll get to them. But all right, we're going to start off at this slide. I feel like this is where we ended off last week. So Lucky, go ahead, Benjamin.
Salakia, sir, I'm hearing some echo in the background.
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm going to mute mine and let me know if it stops.
Sir.
When I was muted, when I muted it, could you still hear the echo?
Sir.
So it's my side.
Hold
on, wait a minute.
Not sure. I'm not hearing the echo right now.
Oh, what about now?
It's good. It's 2 up, sir.
It's 2 up. All right, no sign of Christ. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir. On 17th December 1944, near the town of Worth, Belgium, 11 African American soldiers of the 333rd Field Artillery Battalion were brutally executed.
So now they executed these brothers from the States, and these were soldiers, them Germans, and they executed them, meaning they murdered them. Go ahead.
Their bodies hideously mutilated before and after the executions.
So now before they was killed and after they was killed, their bodies was mutilated, meaning they would harm them in some way before they died and then destroy their bodies again after they was dead, just to add extra insult to injury. Go ahead.
Were discovered lying in a cattle ditch, partially covered by snow. Townspeople produced information that an unknown SS unit committed the heinous crimes. On March 28, 1945, Americans captured a German SS officer, Otto Vetter. In his possession was a personal letter stating he witnessed 2 colored airmen clubbed to death by townspeople of Wienboller.
And a witness 2 colored airmen clubbed to death. Go ahead.
Clubbed to death by townspeople of Wienboller, Germany, after they were directed to perform the executions by the local Gestapo. Rule accused other Gestapo guards of deliberately executing some of the black prisoners and burying their bodies in a bomb crater near the prison.
And now they desecrated them bodies, they killed them intentionally and buried them in a bomb crater near the prison. So they had such disregard for these black men that they would just kill them and just throw their body anywhere. And that's what they was doing to a lot of these black soldiers. And then these black soldiers weren't even respected by the country that they was fighting for. Go ahead.
On June 1st, 1945, the 21st Army Group submitted a report to the United Nations War Crimes Commission stating that Negroes were used as slave laborers at Neuengamme concentration camp in Germany. According to a war crimes investigation dated February 15, 1946, the commander of the German 1st Battalion, 17th SS Infantry Division in France, ordered that no Negro prisoners of war were to be taken alive.
And they said no, Negro prisoners of war are to be taken alive. So why? They don't want to feed no black man. They don't want to feed him and keep him in chains and whatnot. They would rather you be dead because it costs them money to feed you and you ain't worth feeding. So they said no Negro prisoners is to be taken alive. Because now if they take you alive, they have to feed you, and it's like jail, really. If the white man had it his way, he would just kill you, man. This is why on all the news reports, European people are always commenting like, deport them, hang them, bring back the death penalty. Because in their mind, taking care of you costs too much money, and a black man ain't worth taking care of. So that's why they said no Negro prisoners should be taken alive. Go ahead.
They were not part of the German prisoner of war camp system, and their mistreatment violated the German convention. A German authority gave orders to kill all colored prisoners on sight because they stink.
They said kill them all on sight because they stink. So that's their logic. Kill them because they stink, which is childish, man. You're gonna kill a man because a man stinks, according to them. It's the dumbest thing ever, man. So while you're out there chasing these Eastern European girls, this is what they would think of you back then, man. While you're out there chasing these Polish and Germans and Russians and whatnot, this is what they would think about you back then. This is what their fathers would think about you. Go ahead.
Though there were relatively few blacks in German, Hitler discriminated Slovakia. Though there were relatively few blacks in Germany, Hitler discriminated between black and white prisoners of war. Black soldiers captured during World War II were separated from their units and shot.
So now black prisoners were separated from the white ones, and the black ones were shot. So they done this based on race. They didn't do this based on war crimes that you committed. They done this based on your race and your color and so forth. So they would separate them and shoot them. So okay, go ahead.
When the Germans tried to remove a black lieutenant from Martingale from his French comrades, his superior officer objected. He's not black.
So imagine they wanted to save this black man, and his officer shouted out, "He's not black," because he wanted to save this man because this man was in his army. When they was going to remove him and kill him, the white man shouted out, "Yo, he's not black." Go ahead.
The colonel explained to the Germans, "He's an officer."
But now they said he's not black, he's an officer. Listen, man, understand this. They don't see you as the job you do, they see you as the color of your skin, man. This man here tried to save him, but like, no, he's not black, he's an officer. Go ahead.
Instead of shooting him, the Germans placed the man in a prison of war camp according to the Geneva Conventions. The lieutenant knew he was one of the lucky ones. A short time later, he managed to escape.
Listen, a short time later, he managed to escape. He knew he was one of the lucky ones. Why? Because the unlucky ones was to be killed on sight. The unlucky ones was to be killed straight away. This one here, he was one of the lucky ones that got to go to prison and was able to escape. Go ahead.
If Hitler had been successful in Africa, large numbers of black troops would have been shot.
Listen, man, Hitler wanted to colonize parts of Africa, and that was his plan. So that's why the Germans used to do studies on black people with melanin, on Hamites and on African Americans and whatever they could get their hands on. Used to test them and be like, all right, then let's see how they survive in them countries, because their plan was to find a way to go to that country and survive in that country, because they know if they went and enslaved that country, they could make a ton of money. So that's what Hitler and all of them wanted to do. They wanted to go there and make a ton of money off them countries. Go ahead.
From a completely different source, we find yet another testimony of someone who actually lived in Germany, a black man who heard firsthand accounts of not fewer than 100 cases of blacks being brutalized and murdered, as did Kesting above, but hundreds of such reliable reports circulating around Germany.
So Lucky, bear with me. Yes, Lucky, go ahead.
And Hollywood, like the rest of America and far too many other concerns, has overlooked these brave black American soldiers.
And it says Hollywood and all these things, they've overlooked it. And they definitely do overlook it, because now when black men fought in the military, they don't get no rewards, no accolades. It's overlooked so much that when you say to people, what about the black soldiers? Nobody knows what you're talking about. Nobody knows what you're talking about. Whereas black people's contributed so much to these wars, to these countries. And when you go out there and speak about what they've done, nobody knows what you're talking about. Everybody will look at you like you're crazy, like black soldiers help win the war for Britain. They look at you like you're insane, and that's exactly what happened. Black soldiers helped win the war for Britain, and England don't like to acknowledge that. England don't like to speak about that. They don't like to teach it. It's not taught in those schools and so forth. This is what will happen. Europeans will say to us, my grandparents fought so people like you can come to this country, and that's a lie, man. We fought so you can run your mouth in this country, man. That's right. That's what happened. We fought so you can run your mouth freely and still be racist to us. They make out like they done all the fighting and that allowed us to come to the country. Nah, man, we helped you in the war. If they opened the history books, then they would see that how they was getting whooped and England called them its colonies. They would see how Germany had all these type of bombs that was blowing up all over England, man. Blowing up the cities and whatnot. Was blowing them up. And then England said, yo, we're losing this war, man. We need more numbers. And what did they do? They went to their colonies and they got men from the Caribbean, men from India, men from all over their colonies to fight their battle for them. And then they, the ones that got England the victory, and then England turned around and, yep, you ain't allowed to be part of this victory parade. Imagine that, man. All of that. And then you're thinking, yes, we're all English, we won, we united. And they let you know, no, you're not part of this victory parade. Imagine that, man. After you've seen another black man like yourself get blown up, another man get captured, and you know them Germans is about to kill him now. And finally, once you get to the end of this race, this finish line, you're like, yes, victory is here. Just for the same people that you fought for to say to you, no, you're not part of this parade. And that's why it's not taught in schools. Why? Because in that parade, there wasn't a black face in there. They was banned from taking part in it, man. They had, and this is why you have your own memorial in Brixton, because you couldn't take part in theirs, because theirs was for what? White soldiers that they called nationalists. Even though black men was fighting for England and loved England and would die for England and kill for England, they wasn't allowed to take part in those things, man. That's lucky. Go ahead.
And Salakia, sorry if I may. And you know, one of the biggest films was the movie, I think it called Schindler's List. That film?
It's called what?
Schindler's List. Remember that film, Salakia?
Nah, what's it about? Give me the rundown. I don't think it's
the Schindler's List was a big got loads of Oscars and awards. It's about the Jewish man in the concentration camp. That was the main movie that they got all the accolades and awards for. Salakia, sir. So as it said that Hollywood, they overlook the brave American soldiers. You know, they mostly focus on even the Jewish concentration and their atrocities, and they'll overlook they didn't put any movies with a black man going through these type of concentration camps and war crimes in Germany as well, and as I said, that's how they overlook it, what I mean. So like yes, sir.
For real, you're right. Listen, man. Oh, everything that we do is overlooked. Like, they don't want to give us no credit whatsoever. Like, the credit that we're supposed to get, we don't get. Like, you think they would say, you know what? You lot have done well, man. Look, man, we're going to give you some credit. They don't do that, man. I seen a thing on the news today. They were saying that black people are not treated right in the UK, and they're two old black women, and it was old, and there was on the news. There was on the news, and they were saying that most black pensioners that work their whole life are living in poverty. So then, some black woman, she done an excellent job. She's like, she set up a place where people can come and eat because they're in poverty, so they don't have no food. So two black women, they cook and they do people's laundry and all of those things. And then the woman on the news said, yes, this isn't just for black people. I said, oh, here we go. This is the problem. I said, here we go. This is the problem. She said, this isn't just for black people. And then I looked on the video of Benjamin, and who do I see in the background? Be white people getting their laundry wash, eating food. And I was like, listen, man. I was like, yo, you just gave the percentages that there's more poor black people, but this just ain't for black people. I said, come on, man. Common sense should say that the percentages of black people, this should be for black people. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna see if I can find it. They called it the Afro-Caribbean community.
So like I said, if I might add, if imagine if Denzel Washington had played this guy who escaped, who was the officer, the lieutenant who escaped,
Shit, listen, that'd be a movie and a half. But so lucky, go ahead.
That's it, and that's sir.
Listen, man, that'd be a movie and a half. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I'm looking here. This is the next one. It says Black Caribbean, 37% own their home, 18% rent privately, 45% rent socially. White British, 68% own their home. And then guess what? When this says 37% own their home, this ain't showing you the kind of home that they own. You're just seeing own their home, and you're thinking 37% is good. Now you're not seeing where they live. You're not seeing that they own their home in Handsworth. They own their home in Aston, yeah? Terrible homes. Now, they're not letting you know the caliber of homes. That's not saying, yo, because black people got cars. Look at, this is how to look at black people's cars and look at white people's cars. You see the difference. Understand this. Our new car is their old car.
That's right, sir.
Our new car is their own old car. Listen, I'm gonna let you understand how the Bible's so black. Because listen, Benjamin,
God, sir.
When I buy a car and it's got about 80,000 miles on the clock, what do I tell people when I got this car?
God, sir. When you buy a car, what do you tell the people that at the store that you got a new car? So like yes, sir.
Exactly. I told them I got a new car. So when Christ said this is a new commandment, it's new to you, but it don't mean it only exists now. Listen, that car that you have, it's an old car, but to you it's a new car. So people get confused when Christ goes, a new commandment I give you. That's all it is, man. It's an old commandment that you didn't know is new to you. Listen, when you go around telling people you see a new car, Benjamin, I look at the mileage and it's 80,000. It's not a new car. New to you though. It's new to you though. But to somebody, it's not new.
God, sir.
But some Christians don't understand the Bible. Say Christ came with new commandments. I say, why? Because Christ said a new commandment I give unto you. I'll say to them, hold on, when you brought your car, where was it from? Was it from the showroom or what? They're going to say, no, it wasn't from the showroom. I'm going to say, where did you buy it from? I'm going to say, I brought it from We Buy Any Car. And they're going to say, this is my new car. Guess what? Depending who new means different things depending on who you're talking to. A new car to a white man ain't the car that I've got. And this is how black people speak. Because it's new to us, we'll call it new.
So like yes, sir. It's an old car, but it's a new logbook.
Exactly. That's what it is. It's an old car, but it's new to me and you. That's why when Christ goes, a new commandment I give unto you. It's a commandment from ages ago, but it's new to you because you've been living without it. So like God,
yeah, every new car that a white man got today, we're gonna buy it off them and this time.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's new to him from the showroom, 0 mileage, and then we buy it 10 years later, man. We buy it 10 years later when the mileage is on like 60k. Listen, you do know most Edomites get rid of their car when the mileage is on about 30k. And we'd be looking at Auto Trade and saying, yo, this car's only on 30,000 miles. That's what we say. To a white man, that mileage is high. We say, yo, it's only on 30,000 miles. If you think I'm like, go on Auto Trader, you will see cars where the mileage is on 15,000. Ain't no black man never had a car where the mileage is less than 15,000, man. Benjamin, have you ever had a vehicle where the mileage is less than 15,000?
So like yes, sir. I bought a car out the showroom a long time ago. I tried it didn't last too long.
That's what I'm saying, because the price of it, man. Listen, I ain't never, ever had a car from the showroom. And I got a car, and I'll be telling people, yo, look at my new car. And amongst the community that I'm from, it's a new car. But now if I go to other communities, it's an old car, man. There's a man that says, oh, I sold that. I'm telling you. So yeah, I'm telling you, like the way the life that we live is different to what everybody else lives. Hold on, let me see if we can get more on this. Bear with me. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see if I can find the. Let me see if I can find the what's it called. Hold on, bear with me. Let me see if I can. It might be on YouTube. Hold on.
Don't we have this point since February? That's not right.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Well, 3 months off, innit? 2 months.
Okay.
Off major. About 3 months, innit?
Yeah, about that. No, it's not this one. Oh, it's not this one. Hold on. Wait a minute. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. Hold on. Wait a minute. What's the name of it? Just hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Bear with me. Hold on. Let me try a different way. Bear with me.
Looking for?
The thing to see the hold on to it. No. Hold on, wait a minute. Maybe if I just go on here and just go on images, it might show some images. Bear with me. Nah, sorry, I can't find it. But basically, so yeah, the poverty was crazy, and they was like, no, we're not just helping you, we're helping everyone. And they said that elderly black people are living in poverty, and this is the time of year when black people are in poverty, especially this time of year, and with the winter and all of those things, most people can't afford to live. And if you got, elderly people around you, man, take care of them, man. See if they need anything. Because now's the time when the heating prices is through the roof. And a lot of them will just think, you know what? I can't afford heat and I just sit in the cold. And a lot of them do that, man, and they get ill. And a lot of them are elderly with diabetes and whatnot. And a lot of them die before they're supposed to. Because why? England's got a way of killing people, man. England has a way of just making you work until you're old. And then after that, dispose of you. After that, they just dispose of you. And then you die, and then yeah. That's what England does to you. England has a way of grinding you down and just works you. And then eventually, you get old and they can't use you for work no more. They kill you, and then they do that, and then they basically kill you with poverty. Because now you're not getting the pension that you thought you was getting. The pension scheme you thought you was a part of, it turns out, no. Listen, us as black people always exit that pension scheme, you know. And we realize later listen, I'm telling you, we always exit that pension scheme, and then when you get older, you're going to realize, damn, I should have stayed in that pension scheme. But it's lucky. Go ahead, Benjamin.
Canada one cancer. In fact, the entertainment capital of the world has an enviable distinction about itself. Power players in Tinseltown, perhaps unwittingly, has for a fact made a mockery of black lives sacrificed to the Nordic gods.
And they said they made a mockery of black lives sacrificed, and that's what they do, man. They make a mockery of black lives. Whenever you watch any movie, Benjamin, it makes a mockery of black lives. Every movie, even the ones reacting Menace to Society, makes a mockery of black lives, man. Baby Boy, mockery of black lives. Like there's like it's rare that you have a movie where there's a strong black man that's got his wits about him and everything's in order. They make a mockery of, you know. Imagine this, all our movies is this black man's a big bad gangster, but he always lives with his mom. His woman always kicks him out. It's lucky. Go ahead, Benjamin.
How so? 2 words. Hogan's Heroes. This was an American television show produced by the Columbia Broadcasting System, CBS. This very prominent network, one of 3 major networks, ABC, which stands for American Broadcasting Company, and NBC, which stands for the National Broadcasting Company, being the other 2, aired 168 episodes from 1965 to 1971. It was a situation comedy or sitcom about Allied prisoners of wars held in a fictitious prisoner of war camp called Stalag 13, which was supposedly located somewhere in Germany during World War II.
So now they made a comedy sitcom of prisoners of war, which was black people. They made a comedy, a funny sitcom, and these men was executed. But then they would never make a sitcom of what happened to Jewish people, man. They'll never make a funny comedy about it. They'll never make a funny comedy about what happened to the Jewish community. But then when it comes to black prisoners of war, they make a comedy about it. And they had 78 episodes or whatever of them just laughing at black people getting killed. Meanwhile, if they put one of those episodes on TV about Jewish people, that wouldn't be on TV next week. It would be pulled, the producer would resign, all of that would happen. But then they allowed it to keep playing, because obviously you're allowed to mock black people. You're allowed to make fun of black people. And that's why they get away with it, man. Go ahead.
Sir. While the American public was perhaps inadvertently lured into taking a cavalier view of the serious nature of World War II.
See, so now they watered it down, so people watch it and think, oh, it's not that serious. So they make a joke about it. And they make a joke about our lives till this day. They make a joke about our lives till this day so much that even we think our life's a joke. Our life's been joked about so much that now we think it's just normal to go stab another man because it's just all over the TV. all over the internet. We think it's normal to go do all these things. We think it's normal to go shoot another black man because, you know, TV tells us it's okay and all of those kind of things. We think it's normal to do those things when in fact it's not, man. Yes, Lucky, go ahead.
Come on, sir. By watching comical exchanges between white prisoners of war with their white Nazi guards. That's it on the slide, sir. Okay.
And now they had these episodes and those comical exchanges between white prisoners of war with their white Nazi guards, man. Meaning they would laugh and joke together. Imagine the white prisoners of war could make a joke with the Nazi guards. Meanwhile, the black people was told to be shot on sight, told to be killed straight away. That's what they was told, man. Killed them straight away, shot on sight, all of those kind of things. And this is what they do to us, man. But when it comes to the white prisoners of war, they could make jokes with the Nazis. So Lucky, hold. Go ahead. Let me get this one, bro. Sure.
Cut on cancer. Victims of the Holocaust came in all sizes, shapes, forms, and ages.
So Lucky, read it from the top one, the top.
So Lucky, sir. Cut on can. Some of the black soldiers married German women and had families.
It says some of the black soldiers married German women and had children. These children was known as the Rhineland bastards. Go ahead.
Others fathered illegitimate children. All of the children became known as the Rhineland bastards.
And they called them the Rhineland bastards. Why? Because the Rhineland is where a lot of the soldiers was. A lot of black soldiers was there, African Americans, Hamites, all of them was there. And there, they was having sex with those women up there, man. So they'll get those white women pregnant, and the children that came from them, they called them bastards. Go ahead.
Victims of the Holocaust came in all sizes, shapes, and forms, and ages. Before and during World War II, some of the youngest victims of the Nazis were called bastards.
When the Nazis used to love calling people bastards, man. Listen, Hitler, if you were the same race as Hitler, he considered you a bastard, man, an illegitimate. He considered you a bastard, especially if you was the product of two races, interracial marriage. And he looked at that as disgusting. It's like,
so what kind of black were they? The Rhinelands?
Also, it was either had Hamite fathers or African American fathers. It's like, go ahead, Benjamin.
The primary definition of the word bastard, according to the Oxford English Dictionary, is as follows: one begotten and born out of wedlock.
That would be one definition of how they use the word bastard. One begotten and born out of wedlock, meaning born out of wedlock, meaning your parents wasn't married. So according to that definition there, that means we all bastards, man. According to that definition. Listen, I'm yet to go to one wedding. I think I've probably been to about three in my life. Listen, we all bastards, man. We've been to two.
And one of those young.
See, listen, we all bastards, man. According to this definition.
Not three.
Listen, we all bastards born out of wedlock. According to this definition. Good job that sex is marriage, man. All this iron nonsense. Listen, man. If you thought you was a bastard because you was born out of wedlock. Listen, man, the wedding that they do don't even mean anything. A piece of paper doesn't mean anything, man. That piece of paper don't mean anything. So, okay, go ahead.
I don't know, I can't, sir. An illegitimate or natural child. The German word for bastard has the exact same meaning as does the English word. Obviously, the word bastard is an legitimate English word that one would find in the most reputable of English literature.
So now, back in the days, bastard was just a normal word, and it was just awful. It would be in English literature. I'm sure they used to say they used to be in kids' books or whatever, because it weren't as offensive as it is now. It was just back then they would just see it as more facts. Go ahead. Only recently, not only like bastards become a swear word in later years, but in early years, most people didn't really consider it a swear word. It was just more like saying someone's illegitimate. That's what it was like. Same way you would say someone's not legit is the same way they would say bastard. Go ahead.
In fact, the most popular book with that distinction in English or any number of other languages is the Bible.
Because the word bastard is in the Bible. Go ahead.
And interestingly, the word bastard is found within the pages of the Holy Writ. At Hebrews 12, verse 8, according to King James Version of the Bible, the most popular of all English translations, we read the following. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. In short, bastard.
So now the Lord says, man, I punish you because you're my sons, man. I punish you because you're my children. Now, if you didn't get punished, you'd just be bastards. You wouldn't belong to me, basically. Go ahead.
Canada on cancer. In short, bastard, the Greek nothos, simply means illegitimate son or child.
So they run with that, but there's more than one. The bastard has multiple meanings, but that's a whole other topic. But that's lucky. Go ahead.
Who then were the Rhineland bastards?
So now it's going to go into the Rhineland bastards. Go ahead.
They were the offspring of African French black soldiers.
Now here it says the Rhineland bastards were the offspring of African French black soldiers. So a lot of them would have been Hamites, but African Americans was also in that region also. So not all of them would have been Hamites. Go ahead.
African French black soldiers occupying Germany after World War I, and white German Slovakia.
And they called them bastards because why? White women were doing what they've always done. They've always wanted another race which was not theirs. And these men have always wanted another race which was not theirs. And now that's how they created these children that they called the Rhineland bastards. Go ahead.
They were the offspring of African French black soldiers occupying Germany after World War I and white German women. Recall that in chapter 1, the Rhineland in Western Germany was described as that rich, highly industrialized area west of Rhine River. Since the bastards and the families they belonged to lived near the Rhineland, they were called the Rhineland bastards.
That's how they got the name the Rhineland bastards, because they lived near the Rhine. So because they lived near the Rhine, that's how they got the name Rhineland bastards. Go ahead.
As uncomfortable as it is to admit, Hitler's use of the word could be technically correct, while what he meant by it was both racist and discriminatory. Why?
So what he meant by it was racist and discriminatory. Whatever the word is, how you pronounce it. Discriminatory. Lucky. Go ahead.
Because not all mixed race babies that Hitler called bastards were illegitimate.
So now it said not all the babies that he called bastards were illegitimate, because obviously some of the parents got married. A lot of the soldiers would just deal with these women and go about their business. Those was what the ones that people considered illegitimate. But then there was some of the men that stayed and got married. Hitler still called them ones bastard because he wasn't with the mixed unions. Go ahead.
Canada on cancer. So Slovakia, sir. So obviously not according to the scripture that they pulled in Hebrews, but was Hitler in somewhat right in the sense that he called them a bastard for the mixing? Slovakia, sir.
Yes, from his point of view, yes. So Hitler didn't agree with interracial marriage, and racists shouldn't interracial marriage. Now Hitler wanted white people to stay with white people and then they started mixing, and the same thing happened in England, and then you'll realize that most of the wars that was fought in England was because black men was dealing with white men, and you'll find that the white man was like, nah, yo, we've had enough of this, and the German men felt the same way. So it seems like everywhere you go, the white people wanted to stay amongst themselves. The men had more integrity than the women. It was the white women that wanted all these other men, and the white men are like, no. And then over time, wars start and so forth. I know in England, a lot of the riots started over that, because they was like, yo, leave our women alone. And obviously, you know, especially Caribbean men, you know, them white women love them, man. So now in their mind, in their mind, like, yo, I'm having sex with something easy. But then the white man that sees that, he wants to kill you for it, man. He ain't seeing the fun side that you're seeing. You're thinking, yeah, this is fun. Nah, ain't fun once he goes and gets his weapons and rallies up all them devils, and then at your front door, ain't fun then. So go ahead, Benjamin.
So like yes, so I was saying Hitler saw just the union as illegitimate. So like yes.
Yes, so whether you're married or not, if you're interracial marrying, he's seen your children as bastards. So yeah, that's what he saw. Whether you walk down the aisle, if you're not the same race as that German woman, them kids are bastards to Hitler, man.
That's right, sir.
That's how he sees them. Yes, Lucky, go ahead.
Some of them were the product of an honorable marriage union between a black African father and a white German mother. That he was racist in calling them such is borne out in another definition of the word bastard.
Sorry, he didn't say Hitler didn't really have much run-ins with the black Hispanics and Indians.
No.
Mainly like Polish and
mainly German, mainly Hamites, French ones, and all of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're trying to run in with them ones. Yes, Lucky, go ahead.
The Oxford English Dictionary also states that the word bastard is a person of mixed breed.
See, yes. And that's why he called them bastards, right? Because he's saying that it's a person of mixed breed. So that's why he called them bastards. Go ahead.
Yes. A mongrel hybrid who is of an breed.
He called people of mixed breed mongrels and hybrids. Go ahead.
By this definition, some may think of the word mulatto. After all,
so that's where you get the term mulatto from also. Go ahead.
After all, these same Rhinehead bastards, Salakia said, that's it on that. But if I may, sir,
go ahead.
It says that the Oxford English Dictionary also states that the word bastard is a person of mixed breed.
Exactly.
So Hitler was spot on.
If he's going by the dictionary standards, if he's going by the dictionary standards, yes. So Hitler's seen if you mix race, you're a bastard, and now they came up with the term mulatto because it comes from a mule. I'm sure mules were a horse and a donkey.
Yeah. Okay.
So a mule is a horse and a donkey mixed, and that's where they got the word mulatto from, because they're saying you mix like a mule, like a horse and a donkey. So then they would call you a mulatto. Yes, okay, go ahead.
Also called by Hitler himself, or in English, mulatto.
See, so Hitler even used that word mulatto. Go ahead.
The meaning behind mulatto. Many people may think the word mulatto is an innocent reference to a half black, half white child.
But now some people think mulatto is a good word. It's just some people think it just means mixed race. Go ahead.
Some may even be proud of themselves that they are even familiar with such a word. Oh yeah, they may boast to themselves, I know what that means, a black and white child. Well, they are indeed correct, but what they may not know is that it is a highly offensive word that degrades black people specifically.
And they're saying it's a word which degrades black people specifically. Go ahead.
The etymology of mulatto reveals that it comes from the word mule, a hybrid animal. This is significant.
So now, like we said, mule is a horse and a donkey, half horse, half donkey, the mix them. So they called it a mule. And now they're saying that when you mix black and white, it got the term mulatto. So they're likening you to a mule because they're saying you mixed like a mule. Go ahead.
The thought was that if white blood were ever commingled with black blood, then the inescapable result would be an animal.
They said once you mix white blood with black blood, the result is going to be an animal. So you see how the mule's an animal. So that's how they came up with the term mulatto, because they're saying that a horse and a donkey is an animal, and if white blood and black blood mix, that child is an animal. So they didn't even consider that child as a child. They considered it an animal. Go ahead.
Aryan blood was to remain pure without risk of contamination by black blood.
And Hitler wanted Aryan blood to remain pure without the contamination of black blood. So Hitler wanted Germans to stay with Germans, man. He didn't want black people mixing with them because he didn't want his line contaminated. And once you contaminate that line, whatever's born, once black blood and white blood mix, an animal comes out of it. That's what Hitler's basically saying. Go ahead.
The book Wicked Words, Prisoned Minds, Racism in the Dictionary 2000 has this to say under its mulatto entry, which is directly related to our present discussions. Other dictionaries besides Webster's 9th New Colligate list the word hybrid, crossbreed, mongrel, and half-breed as synonyms for mulatto.
So now these is the words that they would use: crossbreed, half-breed. So they would use all these terms. So when people think they're saying these terms now, they think these are new terms. These terms have been around for years. From Hitler's time, people have been using these terms. Go ahead.
So like, yeah, so if I may, they used to use is it half caste? They used to say half caste. They stopped saying that now, Salakia.
Yeah, I think now that half caste is caste. I'm sure they say it's offensive. It's derogatory now. I think now you have to say mixed heritage. I think you have to say mixed race or mixed heritage. Because now everything's derogatory now. So you say mixed breed now is derogatory. The reason being is because people talk about animals like that. So you say animal. What breeds the animal? Oh, half horse, half mule. So now, obviously, it made its way into the dictionary. That's why they had mixed breed, crossbreed, and over time. And that's how, when you speak about two dogs, like let's say you got half staff, half pit bull, you would use the term, oh yeah, it's a cross between a staff and a pit. So it's a crossbreed between a staff and a pit. Yeah, a mongrel. So that's why the word mongrel is there also, because that's the terms that they was using. But obviously nowadays, you can't use those terms because they consider it derogatory. But it's not to go ahead.
Hans First Massaquoi first mentioned in this book, in chapter 2, the mixed race or biracial child who grew up in Nazi Germany, said the following about Hitler's fears of a mulatto state.
And Hitler feared that a mulatto statement. Hitler feared that, yo, damn, these Hamites and whoever else is breeding these women, there's going to be a mixed race state. And he knew that if there was a mixed race state, then that could potentially fight against his Aryan state. Meaning he wants everything pro-German. He knows if there's a mixed race state, then that potentially is going to be against him, and they're going to fight against him. Go ahead.
That's it on the slide, sir. So, okay.
Right, no sense.
Hitler then goes on to predict that if the development of France in the present style were to be continued for 300 years, the last remnants of Frankish blood would be submerged in the developing European African mulatto state.
And he said, yo, in the next 300 years, if we don't sort this out, there's going to be no more Frenchmen. They're all going to have mulatto blood. Go ahead.
An immense self-contained area of settlement from the Rhine to the Congo, filled with a lower race gradually produced from continuous bastardization.
And he goes, yo, this race is going to have so much people from a low race, and it's going to be a nation full of bastards, man. And what you'll find out is the things that Hitler's saying, he not have some similar things, man, which lets you know a lot of these Europeans think the same. You're thinking that Hitler's the worstest man on the planet when Enoch Powell probably said worse than Hitler. Right. But while it is, because England kind of puts Enoch Powell on the pedestal, you don't see Enoch Powell how you see Hitler. Whereas Hitler and Enoch Powell said similar things, man. They had the same mind and said similar things. They both said disgusting things. But then you only speak bad about Hitler. Why? Because England don't like Hitler. Because they went to war with him. I guarantee you, if Hitler never ever went to war with England, Hitler would be a hero in England, man. England would have monuments of him. But because they went to war with him, guess what they do? They force you to hate him also. Meanwhile, before I get to Hitler, I want to talk about Enoch Powell. When they say, yo, Hitler done this, imagine this. They say, yeah, because Hitler was a racist. And then I'm thinking, oh, well, what about Winston Churchill, man? What about Enoch Powell? Wasn't they racist? They was also racist too. But then, because they had issues with Hitler, they would just speak bad about him and put all the hatred onto him and try and stop us from hating them. So, Lucky, go ahead.
According to Massaquoi, in 1933, Hitler's Minister of Culture, Richard Walter Dare, openly advocated the sterilization of all mulattoes.
See, and now Germany started to do what? These so-called mulattoes, they sterilized them because they didn't want them to reproduce. Meaning, they made sure they couldn't have kids. And that's what Hitler done. Why? Because they said, if we don't sterilize them, there's going to be a mulatto race, and these mulattoes ain't allowed to reproduce. So they sterilized them kids, so them kids couldn't have children. Imagine that you do that to an animal. Like if you've got a cat or whatever, you sterilize your cat because you don't want your cat to have kittens or whatever. They sterilize these children. Go ahead.
A few commentators would argue that this was painless. That this was a painless process.
Imagine this. They sterilize them, and their only argument is it's a painless process. The whole point is you ain't supposed to sterilize them, man. You're sterilizing them when you're not supposed to. And he done that so they can't procreate. I don't care how painless it is. It's painless to know that you can't procreate, man. Imagine this. In life, the whole point of you living is so, you can have children and you live on, man. And they have children and you populate the earth and they have children. Imagine you can't even do that. Imagine living your whole life. There's no point getting all the wealth that you're trying to get, man. What's the point? Ain't going to no one that you can pass it down to. You can't pass the inheritance down to no one. You know why? Because you were sterilized as a child and you will never know what it's like to have kids, man. Imagine that, man. You will never know what it's like to have kids because why? Someone was so racist that they sterilized you. Imagine this. We would tell you, yo, these Edomites committed these crimes against us and blah, blah, blah. But we wouldn't ever sterilize them. That's insane. Now, they shouldn't procreate because what they do create is evil. But damn, don't sterilize them. These devils was actually sterilizing children, man. Making sure they can't procreate. Go ahead.
Got a long answer. The victims themselves would argue otherwise.
See? But they said painless. The victims themselves would argue otherwise, meaning it was painless. Just understand this is a time where they don't really know about anesthetic and whatnot. Back then, this is a time where if they need to cut your leg off or pull a bullet out, they just put something in your mouth and you bite it. That's what they do back then. You just bite on it and when they pull out bullets. And this is a time before, you could have that thing that they put on you and it puts you to sleep. There's a time before that. This is a time where you would feel them stitching you up and cutting you open and all of those kind of things. Go ahead.
By 1937, the Gestapo, the German secret state police, had gathered many of these children for forcible sterilization. Before it was too late, time was of the essence. We can hear and sense the urgency in their words. It is essential to exterminate the leftovers from the black shame on the Rhine.
And they said these are the leftovers of the black shame. So they're saying, yo, these black people came, had babies, and what they've left is a shame. They've left them kids behind, man. They said, yo, we're sterilizing them. We ain't having them running rampant. They said it's a shame what those black people have left behind, but no, we ain't dealing with it, man. So they said, you know what? We're going to sterilize them. And that's exactly what they did, man. They sterilized them, and now they can't procreate. Go ahead.
These mulatto children were created either through rape or by white mothers who were whores.
See, listen. Even Hitler knows that white woman that opens her legs to a man, not of her own race, is a whore. Listen, white men always know this. They will tell you that until this day, the white women that black men pick up, you can tell, man. You can tell the white men didn't want them ones. You can see it. When the white men don't want them, guess who they come to? They come to you. They come to what they deem as, okay, he will have me. Imagine you trashing your own race, and now our race picks you up. Why? They're not supposed to. Imagine, and Hitler said, yo, these ones are whores, man. Read that line one more time.
Sir. These mulatto children were created either through rape or by white mothers who were...
And now, in Hitler's mind, this is in Hitler's mind. Hitler's mind is this: the only way a white woman would ever have a black man, ever have a baby with a black man, is if he raped her. Because Hitler's saying the only way one of these white women would ever have a baby with a black man is if he raped her or if she's a whore. There's no in between, man. Imagine that. He basically said, yo, any woman that's not a whore wouldn't deal with a black man. Only a whore would deal with a black man. That's what he's basically saying. Hitler's basically saying only a whore would deal with a black man. And if he raped us, okay,
well, right? No, it's like, think about it, yeah. They outside your race. It's crazy. Like, imagine like black people are poor at the time. So really, and since there as well, any woman that's really kind of holding, that's the ones that black men get. Black men don't really get the prestige people of the other nations. You get me? That's just kind of right.
They get the least of them, man.
The dregs.
Yeah, get the rubbish, man. And Hitler's like, yo, either that man raped her or she was just a whore. Listen, man, that's a cold like that is, you know. He goes, yo, listen, he didn't justify it. He said, yo, the only way he had two options: either the black man raped her or she's just a whore. Cold with it, man. He just kept it cold, like, yo, that's the only two options. He's saying, yo, hey, basically what Hitler's saying is, ain't no other way a woman's getting with a black man. That's what he's saying. He's saying there's nothing desirable about them. Ain't no other way a woman's getting with a black man. He said either the black man raped her or she's a whore, and used to make all this propaganda art. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
We put it down to games. Yeah. Saying that, so.
You know what? It seems like they probably scrubbed the internet of all them.
Probably, yeah.
Some of the images look like this. I'm gonna show you. This is how some of them look. Where's my StreamYard? So some of the propaganda art would look like this. Is it on the screen, Benjamin? Yeah, here. Some of it would look like this. So they would have black men as apes and innocent white women, and these is what they would spread around Germany. So they would spread this art around Germany, and that's why when people see black men, they'll be like, oh yeah, there must be rapists because all the propaganda art that I've seen. They had tons of art like this. They had black men depicted as monkeys, big lips, apes, and then they had them kidnapping women. And then what you would see is a black man and a woman would be like, "Oh, he's gonna kidnap me." Why? Because she saw the art that wasn't real. Okay. Lucky. Go ahead, Benjamin.
Cancer. In any case, there exists not the slightest moral obligation towards these racially foreign offspring. About 14 years.
Hitler hated them. Go ahead.
About 14 years have elapsed. In the meantime,
Adam Mohammed said we can't see any images. Bear with me. I'm just gonna pull it back up. Oh, hold on.
Stop sharing that one.
All right. Adam Mohammed, let me know. Can you see the image now? Yeah. Look at the. Let me know if you can see the image. So this is an image right now of a gorilla and a white woman, and they made out that black men was gorillas that was snatching up white women and raping them, when that's not true. But then if you with the propaganda art, like if you keep seeing art of a certain people in a certain light, then you would look at those people in a certain light. So they had all these images, and then these was rife throughout Germany. And it was propaganda. It was on the radios and the channels. And these images, everybody would see them, and they would think black men are animals. They would think black men are apes. They would make them large in stature. And the women would think, oh my God, they're going to kidnap me. They're going to do all of those kind of things. That's what they would make out. That's lucky. Go ahead, Benjamin.
Cancer. About 14 years have elapsed in the meantime. Those of the mulattoes who are still alive will now enter the age of puberty, meaning that there isn't much time left for long discussion. Thus, as
Adam Mohammed, it was showing because when I looked on my phone, I seen it from my side, so it might be an issue on your side, but on my side, it was showing when I checked on the phone. Yes, lucky. Go ahead, Benjamin.
Cancer. Those of the mulattoes who are still alive will now enter the age of puberty, meaning that there isn't much time left for long discussions. Thus, as a Rhinelander, I demand sterilization of all mulattoes with whom were saddled by the black shame of the 2 years. By the black shame at the Rhine.
And they said, listen, everybody that was part of that black shame, meaning those men that had babies with them women, I want all them children sterilized. Because they didn't want this to continue, so they was like, nah, I want all of them sterilized. Go ahead.
This measure has to be carried out within the next 2 years. Otherwise, it is too late.
They wanted this done quick. They said carry this out within 2 years. So if you was mixed racing that day, they're catching you and they're sterilizing you, man. Go ahead.
So lucky, sir. And then these children would be just entering into puberty. So I can just imagine the whole ordeal.
Exactly.
How heinous it would be, you know?
Exactly. They're at that stage where soon they might be able to get someone pregnant. They have to sterilize them before that, man. They had to sterilize them quick time. They said, yo, we need this done within 2 years. Go ahead.
And traumatize.
Exactly. Imagine that. You're born to a white mother and maybe an African father or whatever you're born to. And now you have to be locked up and hidden in the house because if you go outside, you're going to get sterilized, man. That's rough. So lucky, go ahead.
And Salakia, sir, if I may add, you think if Hitler had known that, okay, well, even though he didn't want to mix the blood, then obviously, according to scriptures, it's the father who is the child who the bloodline. Salakia, sir. So
go ahead.
Yeah, so in that case, like, those children, if he would, although he was shooting the black soldiers and so on, I mean, if he was thinking, okay, well, if it's a child of the black father, then perhaps it maybe I'm not saying he would take a different approach, but he wouldn't be really thinking that okay, they're gonna take over our Slovakia. What's your take on that?
My take is if he knew the seed was in the man, he would have probably got rid of all those men, man. He probably would have killed more of them. He probably would have said, "Yo, forget that, we're killing all of them." He probably would have said, "Yo, we're killing all of them," because the last thing Hitler wanted was that mixed union. That mixed union to Hitler, the worst thing, man. That's lucky. Go ahead.
I don't know, cancer. Otherwise, it is too late. With the result that hundreds of years later, this racial deterioration will start to be felt. That's it on that slide, sir.
That's lucky. Go ahead.
Masakai and others had good reason to be concerned about German policy regarding its very own mulatto citizenry. This is attributable in part to the fact that other restrictions were placed on these innocent victims. African German mulatto children were marginalized in German society, isolated socially and economically, and not allowed to attend university.
Imagine that, man. They was isolated and they weren't allowed to attend university. They didn't allow the mulattoes to attend university. People would hear that and say, Germany is so bad. Guess what? England didn't allow people to attend university, man. England didn't allow black men to learn a trade, man.
That's right.
When you do the parallel between Hitler and England, Hitler is England, this Hitler, man. One day, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get all the things that England are mad at Germany about, and I'm going to show you that England did exactly the same thing. I'm going to write my own book. I'm going to write my own book called England and Germany's Comparisons. And you're going to realize that what I'm reading to you is going to sound German, but it's English. Some of the atrocities I'm going to read is going to sound like it happened in Germany, but it happened in England.
That's right.
Listen, I'm going to write a book called German Parallels Between Germany and England. Listen, how much is it to print a book? I'm going to print a whole book. I'm going to get the parallels, man. Listen, I'm going to teach my own book like a madman. I'm telling you.
Still okay, sir. I've got a name.
Go ahead, say that again.
The German English mirror.
That's a good one. That's what I might call it. The German English mirror. Listen, I'm a teach from my own book like a madman. Someone's gonna say, "Well, what's the source of that book?" Me. I'm the source of the book. So lucky. Go ahead.
Still okay, sir. And not allowed to attend university. Racial discrimination prohibited them from seeking most jobs, including service in the military.
See, so now they didn't allow them to seek most jobs. And guess what? England didn't allow black men in the military at one stage. They didn't like it. They only allowed you in the military because they was losing. Germany done the same thing that England did. It's lucky, go ahead.
All precautionary measures were to be taken to prevent the racial deterioration of Hitler's precious Aryan race. What he was ultimately after was called of all things.
And he wanted this perfect race, man. That's what he wanted. England wanted the perfect race. Why do you think England's saying, I don't see the Englishman in my own country? They'd be like, listen, if in their mind, if you're black, you're not English or you're not British. That's how they see it. Though you might have a British passport, to them, Benjamin, you'll never be British. I've seen a black man commit a crime and they say, yo, deport him back to where his parents are from. Someone's like, yo, his parents are born here. Someone deport him from where his grandparents are from. And I'm like, well done. How long do I have to be here to be considered, like, when do I be considered British? But, like, how long?
A Scottish man, you don't ever go, oh, 10 generations Scottish, sending back to Scotland.
Exactly, never, ever, ever. Well, with a black man, sending back to where his grandparents are from. And I'm like, well, that's a bit racist. What's his grandparents got to do with this? That's lucky, go ahead.
The good race. The ancient Greek prefix "or" basically means good. This is reflected in several English words that have clearly been influenced by ancient Greek. Perhaps the most common of a sampling of these words, which will be briefly discussed below, is the word eulogy. Sorry, eulogy, Slovakia. Merriam-Webster's Collegiate Dictionary, 10th edition, defines eulogy as a commendatory formal statement or set oration, or simply high praise. A eulogy is usually associated with a funeral and or obituary. However, if anyone, dead or alive, has been
Okay, hold on.
praised,
Pick this slide. This right here is just letting you know that it means good. That's lucky. Go ahead.
our next kindred word is euphemism.
So now this is going into the word of how you got the term good race or whatever. Go ahead.
The same dictionary tells us that it is the substitution.
So how to come up with the word eugenics? Go ahead.
The substitution of an agreeable or inoffensive expression for one that may offend or suggest something unpleasant. The part that mentions the agreeable or inoffensive expressions is something that sounds good. This is the precise meaning in the Greek of the word euphemism, which is the combination of eu, which means good, and pheme, which means to speak or sound. When one speaks, he or she is making a sound. Yes, something agreeable also sounds good. Now we come to our final word that is specifically relevant to the to the subtitle above: eugenics, the good gene.
And now Hitler believed him and them had a good gene. They believe white people have a good gene, so he couldn't understand why you would mix that good gene with another race. Now, us, we need to realize that we have a good gene, man.
That's right.
We need to be like, why we mix this good gene with another race? Listen, man, we need to think like Hitler, but on the flip side, go ahead.
Eugenists, people who study eugenics, say that the method has a good and bad side to it. That is to say, the study of eugenics is listed in two different categories: positive eugenics and negative eugenics. Word Book Encyclopedia states, eugenists want to improve future generations by encouraging persons who are above average mentally and physically to have more children.
Now, Europeans think they're above mentally and physically, so they can't understand why someone above mentally and physically is dealing with someone who's beneath them. They look at us like we're beneath them. So Hitler must be losing his mind when he's seeing them go outside of the race. Go ahead.
This is called positive eugenics.
So that's positive eugenics. Ours, how they look at us, we have negative eugenics. Go ahead.
Eugenics also propose that persons who are below average mentally or physically have fewer children. This is called negative eugenics.
And they believe we have negative eugenics. I don't know what they're on about with the fewer children though. I can show them my rest of them with about 20 kids, man. I can show them that right now. That's lucky. Go ahead. Shit, some of the rest of them. That's lucky. Go ahead.
Canada. What is not mentioned here, unfortunately, is that white racist scientists have traditionally implied or stated outrightly that blacks are inferior and should therefore have fewer and fewer children until they are at least.
And they always say to black people, stop having children. And people always say to black men, yo, look at him, look how much kids he's got. They say the same thing that the white man says, that black people should have fewer and fewer children. They want us to have no kids. And people always do this because, yo, and now some of their nonsense have got into our people where they'll be like, oh, because I'm not going to have kids until I'm financially stable. That day of financially stable is never going to come, man. Earlier on, I showed you that there's a percentage of pensioners living in poverty. So that day is never going to come of you being financially stable. Financially stable. There's no such thing, man. Financially stable is never going to come. Listen, our parents had us and was broken. We're doing just fine, man. We're doing just fine. Sometimes be content, man. Financially stable. That's lucky. Go ahead.
outrightly that blacks are inferior and should therefore have fewer and fewer children until there are at least theoretically no more black people on the face
Of the earth.
of
Imagine
the
that.
earth.
They wanted black people to have fewer and fewer children until there's no more black people on the face of the earth. Hitler was smart, man. Them Germans wanted to get rid of every other races, man. Yes, lucky, go ahead.
The Nazis' warped idea of eugenics masqueraded under the banner of legitimate science.
See, and now they're eugenics and they had it under science. So they came up with some false scientific facts that black people are inferior and can't do nothing right and they should have fewer children and get financially stable and life's about going to university and doing this and doing that. They've always been pulling the wool over our eyes with this nonsense. Go ahead.
And it especially aligned itself with what is perhaps the most popular scientific and racist theory ever, Darwinian evolution.
See? And so Darwin's evolution is a racist theory, man. Go ahead.
Darwin, upon social Darwinism, which emphasized the survival of the fittest, Hitler exploited the idea and, as his propaganda machine built up, spewed out the claims of certain anthropologists and pseudoscientific eugenicists, race scientists, to promote his idea of a master Aryan race.
And he used them to promote his master Aryan race. So now, over time, everyone would hear about this perfect race. And then, guess who done the same thing? England, man, with the dolls. The white doll's better than the black one. England done the same thing. Now, England don't call it Aryan race, but then they do these experiments with this pseudoscience. The same thing that Hitler did. England do the same pseudoscience to make you feel like you're nothing, man. Go ahead.
I don't know on cancer. Historians and researchers who have concentrated their studies on the role the Nazis played in the pseudoscience of eugenics suspect that black Germans and the Rhineland bastards were included as subjects of Nazi experimentation in this area.
And now, they used to do experiments on them, so when they do the experiments, they'll be like, yeah, you're inferior. Imagine this, someone tells you you're inferior. They do that, man. Listen, they do this stuff all the time. They do it in schools. Listen, man, one time I was in secondary school, man. I remember the teacher, Miss Wharton, took me in the office, told me, yo, you're going to go to jail when you're older. You're not going to amount to nothing. You're going to this, you're going to that. And imagine the teacher saying that to you, man. I was too young to know. Like this. I feel like back then, I didn't even complain to my parents. I was just like, okay. And you know what? They would only ever say that to black children, man. You should never speak to a black child like that. Never, ever, 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 ever. I remember like it was yesterday. Listen, if I could go in that building now, I could show you the exact room she took me in. She goes, yeah, you're just going to go to jail when you're older. You're not going to amount to nothing. Yeah, you're going to go to jail. I can see it. You're going to go to jail. And I remember her saying that in the office, man. And only as I grew up, I realized that was so wrong of her, man. I realized that's part of the pseudoscience, man. She's putting in my head that I'm going to go to jail, man. And I'm like, damn. Only when I was older, I thought about it.
Speaking about now, you tell a child that, man.
And it weren't only me. She said it too. Listen, I could get some other brothers that I went to school with that said the same thing. Should go in the office and say all of that to you. And I feel like back then, I don't know what it was, a lot of us didn't complain to our parents. I feel like a lot of things back then was swept under the rug, but now, parents nowadays are different. They'll go beat the teacher up now. Parents now ain't like parents back then. Listen, you look at a child around nowadays, the parents will come bust the teacher's head now. I'm telling you, these parents ain't like back then. Back then, I feel like, I don't even know why I didn't tell my parents. But I remember go ahead.
If I may, sir, I mean, some of the kids nowadays they'll bust up the teacher themselves.
Exactly. These teachers are petrified, man. And then the reason the teacher would talk to you like that, you know why? Because she knows She didn't want to be working in no school in the ghetto. She knows the job that she's got ain't the one she wanted. Yeah, she had dreams of working in private school and all of those things. But then she has to come to the ghetto and teach your black ass man. And she hates seeing you every day. Because every day she sees you, she's thinking, I'm teaching a race of people that I hate, man. And this is why most of us don't do good in school. Because the teachers don't look like us and they don't. Have you noticed all the time in school, it's always the black teachers that care about you. And you're too young to notice it. Have you noticed? The black teachers are always like, yo, it's your future. They don't care about you, but I do. Stop messing about. And that's the teachers that you're rude to. That's the teachers that you take for granted. Until you become older and you realize, you know what? That black teacher actually cared about me, man.
Remember in school, the white teacher outright saying, listen, I got my education.
Yeah.
You messing around, like, listen, I got my education, I'll tell you straight.
And they would say, if you want to talk, go sit at the back of the class. And we'll go sit at the back of the class so we could talk. And after school, on the GCSE day, man, we opened that envelope. And they were like, oh, shit, man. I should have paid some attention in there, man. And this is why there definitely needs to be more black teachers. Because then they'll come down hard on the black students because they love you and want you to succeed. They actually want you to do good. Now, these white teachers want you to do bad. Because as long as you do bad, you're going to go to jail and their children's going to get all their education and all the good jobs. And then when you want to rent a house, you rent in the house from their child. Man. Their child's telling you, you have to move out next month. I found a buyer for the property. And you're like, what can I do? Where can I go? Listen, they ruin us from school. Hitler done pseudoscience. England do pseudoscience. But it's lucky. Go ahead.
Under the Nazis, eugenicists performed medical experiments on Jews and also on blacks and other minority groups.
They tried medical experiments on people, man. Go ahead.
On July 20th, 1942, Dr. Ernest Garwis, SS chief physician, reported to Heinrich Himmler that racial blood testing had been performed in 1938 on the serums of whites and blacks. Some of the test subjects were perhaps Rhineland bastards or African Germans. This is yet another source that reveals that African Germans, Rhineland bastards, and blacks in general were all subjected to heinous medical experiments.
They done all kinds of evil to them in the medical experiments, man. This is a time where there's no cameras and no one cares. They're just doing medical to strap you down to a bed. They're doing medical experiments on you, doing stuff to you, seeing if you feel pain and all of those things. Go ahead.
Sadly, there was another group of players in this sick game of Nazi eugenics. Who were they? Racist American scientists.
See? And now there was also racist American scientists. So not only the Germans,
That's right.
there's racist American scientists. So imagine you're thinking the Germans are all bad. The Americans was the same. The British was the same.
That's right.
Go ahead.
That's it on the slide, Sulaki, sir.
Go ahead.
What may be shocking to some is the fact that Nazi scientists and American scientists collaborated on this practice of eugenics.
They collaborated. Imagine that, man. Nazi scientists and American scientists collaborated to torture black people, man. Don't let them make out it was all the Germans. The Americans was in on it too. Go ahead.
Collaborated on the national level, wherein Salakias, that Nazi scientists and American scientists collaborated on the practice of eugenics prior to World War II on an international level, wherein
World War II, before they went to war, guess what? The Germans and the Americans was working together, and they was doing what? Medical practices on black people, man. Go ahead.
Salakias, so they were collaborating to try and destroy black people.
Exactly. And the Americans and the British act like they had no part in it. That's Hitler on his own. They collaborated and worked together. Go ahead.
On an international level, wherein the darker skinned races, particularly Africans and descendants of such in the diaspora, would be eliminated at the very least through attribution. Slakia, attrition.
Imagine, they make out like, yo, only Hitler wanted the perfect race. This is here letting you know the Americans wanted that too. If it wasn't for World War II, they would have been trying to make this perfect race of white people and Nobody else was exist if they had it their way. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. I was just trying to check out the what the word attrition means.
Go ahead.
Attrition generally means a gradual reduction in number, strength, or effectiveness over time.
Imagine that they was gonna get rid of black people and darker races over time. They was finding out how to get rid of them over time, and it's mad that it came on the news that said that black people are dying younger. I wonder if it's to do with these, like doing these same experiments, man.
Cancer.
They want black people to die over time, and they do it smart. And they've been doing this from the 40s. And America collaborated with the Germans in doing this to try and lower the numbers of non-white races. Yes, Lucky, go ahead.
Stefan Kult, author of the book The Nazi Connection, Eugenics, American Racism, and German National Socialism, has much to say on the subject, as is indicated in the very little, as indicated in the very title of the book. Please note the following review of the book. Positive review of Stefan Kult, The Nazi Connection, Eugenics, American Racism, and German National Socialism, New York, Oxford University Press, 1994. Kult demonstrates that until the outbreak of World War II, there was great interaction between racist American eugenicists and Nazi race scientists.
Now, you know, racist Americans and the Nazis work together. Go ahead.
And that much of their work was financed by the Pioneer Fund.
Oh, and their work was financed. They got paid for this. Go ahead.
Which is still actively supporting research that demonstrates that intelligence is inherited.
And imagine till this day, that fund still exists, and they're trying to say intelligence is inherited. So imagine that was racist back then, and it's still racist today. And what you hear about black people, a lot of it comes from these things, comes from the pseudoscience, comes from all fake nonsense. Go ahead.
The American medical scientists employed certain methods of eugenics in connection with blacks in the United States.
Listen, man, they was trying to They was trying to get rid of blacks in the United States, but we're up on the time. I think we're going to switch gears next week. I'm going to have to drop this. We're going to have to come back to this sometime next year or whatever, or just let me know. It's a good book to get. I can't remember the name. It's a good book to get, but yeah, we're gonna have to revisit this later on in the year. Clap it up, we're up on the time. That's Lucky Benjamin, you can call it.
Canada and Cancer. Visual.
Also, we got the feast day, December 14th, 394 London, 185 PW. All right, go ahead, you can call it.
Vigil, Imajam Shabbat. Imajam Barak. Yahaba Shim Yashab Barakatah.
Yahaba Shim Yashab Barakatah.
Yajamata. Class dismissed.
Father again, Benjamin. All right, Shalom Israel will be here tomorrow. Scripture breakdown. Shalom Israel.
Shalom, sir.